Hi everyone. Just thought a video was something that I felt really important to make, just with stuff that's been going on in the news for the last couple of years, and particularly with the fact that tonight we're going to be attending a vigil at 6 p.m. outside City Hall for the beautiful Brianna, who sadly had her life taken by two teenagers who felt somehow vindicated for doing that. We were actually sitting yesterday morning, I think just Rihanna's Super Bowl video made us go back and watch a load of the past Super Bowl videos, and Lady Gaga came on and she started with Born This Way, and kind of out of nowhere I was really overcome with emotion, because that song really is, it's a real anthem for the queer community, and I just felt so grateful to her for using her platform to advocate for equal rights for people. And I've been spending a wee bit more time on Twitter than we normally would. Recently there is a lot of online chat because the Feminism In Schools Conference is coming up, and the organiser, Charlotte Carson, made comments last year in the newsletter which were just kind of just disgusting, really. People's obsession with trans people at the minute is just really sad to see. It's so bloody obvious. Like I just find it like so frustrating to engage with people on it, because 99% of the people who are making negative comments have never met a trans man or a trans woman or a non-binary person. And if they had have done, they wouldn't have the comments that they did. They wouldn't make the comments that they do. The argument and the debate, and let me be clear, there should be no debate about whether trans community should have equality or not, is literally something that has been fed down to us by the red top media and I'm going to just say it, the fucking stupid amongst us are lapping it up. Often what we're finding is that it is women my age, I'm coming 43 this year and above, who are victims themselves. They're victims of the patriarchy, they're victims of misogyny, and then the lesbian community amongst that are also victims of homophobia. And let's face it, homophobia is a distilled misogyny. People are just a bit smarter about the equality laws now whenever it comes to women, less smart whenever it comes to the queer community, but particularly the trans community. And it is the lowest of the low to come from the community yourself, and also to single out the most vulnerable members and to bully them. But that is a sign of trauma, and that's just what happens in our society. We're not all equal, very far from it. But what's happening is that the media are controlled, no question. They're owned by people who earn billions, who hold billions. And let's be really clear, if it weren't for billionaires, we wouldn't have the mass poverty that we have in the very rich countries that we are part of. So we're going to this vigil tonight, and a bit like Trump, in his own way, enabled and validated racism in his country. The J.K. Rowlings of the world, the Graham Linehans, and all of those just disgusting humans who have taken it upon themselves to supposedly fight for women's rights. And it's not, it's just bullying, and it's punching down. So again, it's the lowest of the low type of behaviour. Those people are also traumatised. Those people are also just full of hate. And as we say all the time, happy people don't hate. So if you see somebody who's being shitty to a marginalised community, whether they're being racist, whether they're being sexist, whether they're being homophobic or transphobic, most of the time we would always recommend to pity them. Although right now that is really fucking hard, because the vile things that people are saying, and they're saying it, if you have any sorts of triggers, don't go near Twitter. Twitter is a cesspit. But the things that people say on Instagram and Facebook are much better, much more inclusive, much more progressive, much kinder. And whenever you see the phrases coming, the progressive phrases like "be on the right side of history" being co-opted by the right-wing conservatives, it's almost laughable. But one of the reasons why I'm spending more time on Twitter is the Feminism In Schools Conference. Charlotte Carson, the comments she made last year are disgusting. and she needs to apologise for them, particularly if she expects to somehow remain inclusive and to be seen as a feminist, because feminism is not feminism unless it includes all women. And also, let's be really clear, men need to be feminists too. Feminism is about driving equity and bringing true equality. Men need to be involved in that too. You need to bring up your sons to be feminists very, very clearly. The best men I know are feminists. So it's about time, people, that we started to hold people to account. That Feminism in Schools conference should not be happening unless Charlotte Carson comes out and actually apologises for the horrific comments and offensive comments that she made last year. And certainly it should not be being supported by anybody who has any sort of integrity and wants to ensure that women and girls, and let's face it, our whole society, are protected. So that's our tuppence worth. But if you want to join us, we're going to be meeting up at the Rainbow Project at 5 p.m. tonight. We'll be walking around to City Hall at 5:45. And if what has been in the news the last couple of days has affected you and you feel helpless and you don't know what else to do, come and be with people just to stand and show your respect. Even if you've only got 5 minutes, just come along and stand, show your respect, and just be with people who understand and know that you're not alone. That if you're a trans person who's hurting right now, or a friend or a family member of one, you're known, you're loved, you're respected, and we believe you, and we'll always be here for you. So show some love.